Rajeshwari Puthalapattu garu unnaru. So she is the one who curated the whole Aha Rayalaseema menu.
How did your connection with Rayalaseema start?
Swachh Swadeshi Swad is my slogan.
Swachh Swadeshi Swad.
Yeah, I hope it reaches the sound reaches the world also someday.
Trying to understand and know about local and our own cuisine, getting to know if it's the authentic thing that we are learning is big question mark.
You have to approach the authentic people.
Where do we find them? Your Rayalaseema, and what about the other cuisines?
It's very sad that we are not identifying it. Now restaurants have popped up with dosas and everything. But where is the original? Is the dosa pindi the same what you are using? Is it made of the same dosa pindi?
No, not at all.
Why don't you look into your land? There are so many things you can dig up and have a healthy life. These are all healthy things.
No matter how many pizza burgers you eat, at the end of the day you want that in like homely touch.
Yeah, homely touch. That is still not available. What I feel is,
If you want to rank Andhra, Telangana, Rayalaseema cuisine,
okay,
what would be your ranking?
you're going to troll me.
Thank you, ma'am, for joining us on ROCH Podcast. It's such a pleasure to have you, and I've heard so much about you. అంటే రాయలసీమ క్విజిన్ గురించి ఎంత బాగా చెప్తున్నారు. జస్ట్ ఫర్ ది ఆడియన్స్, కెన్ యూ జస్ట్ షేర్ ఫ్రమ్ హౌ డిడ్ దట్ జర్నీ స్టార్ట్ అండ్ వాట్స్ యువర్ బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్ ఫ్రమ్?
I'm an MBA, MA by academics, MBA in marketing and MA in English literature.
Okay.
And my first job was with advertising as copywriter for Akshara Advertising. As an intern, I was picked up from college. Then I went into Tata Teleservices. And meanwhile, from the college days, I used to do radio and newspapers.
Okay.
So I used to write columns for college days on Deccan Chronicle. Every Wednesday, it was my article was there, and it was again on the storyboard of my college.
I mean, what was the article about?
It was the page was content was young talent or something. It was, I don't know. Every week they used to give a topic and we used to write on it. So they after 2-3 approaches, they continued the journey. So for 3 years I was writing like that. So writing started when I was in college itself.
Okay.
And then came All India Radio. And All India Radio, I used to do it in college days for talk shows, for poetry recitals. I write poetry in 3 languages. So I used to go regularly for poetry recitals there.
Oh.
Simultaneously doing the college. And then after the job, I got married, and my mother-in-law took the instinct of knowing that I am good chef. So
But where did the cooking come in?
cooking was there. Internally, I was interested in cooking. I used to cook from the age of 14-15. I used to cook. I was interested. I used to have passion of knowing about the cuisines of different people. So that was there always. And I love cooking and serving people. When they appreciate me, I feel nice. So that was there. So my mother-in-law was the turning point. She took the initiative and told me that you write for Inadu. Whatever recipes you know, you write it completely, and
Okay.
we'll see if they pick up. So I wrote what all I know. That time it was creative cooking.
So what was the first recipe?
First recipe was Nawabi spinach tikka.
Nawabi spinach tikka.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that was the first recipe I did for Inadu. They picked me up, and that journey continued for 32 episodes. I did for 32 episodes.
That was in which year?
That was 2003-4.
Okay.
Like Inadu is a very good organization, systematic pattern, and you learn the principles, how the system works. Everything was I learned from there only. So it was very comfortable working. First experience was very comfortable. They used to pick me up. They used to give all the comfort there, and daily we used to do 4 episodes like that.
I mean, it was a shoot
Weekly.
or
Shoot.
article?
No, shoot. It was
Shoot,
Sakhi for Sakhi.
Sakhi, okay.
Inadu, ETV2, Sakhi Vantal Sandari.
That's like very old.
Yeah, very old, and but people still recognize me with that. And then I had my first baby. So that then again I took a pause, and still I was writing. So Inadu Vasundhara approached me.
Okay.
And then it was 5 years journey from there. I used to write for Vasundhara food column. Every week it was there. And then in between, I used to do the TV shows for I did for Express TV. Then I did for one for Ma Gold.
Ma Gold. Okay.
Yummy something it was. Ma Gold, one episode,
Ah,
2 episodes. I
did
did.
so many.
Yeah, and after TV, it was again. Then this came. Social media has come up. YouTube has come up. Then I was associated with Telugu one.
Okay.
I did there for 10, 12 shows. I did. Then writing is always going along with me. That was my journey. Then after that, I started curating menus.
That was from which year?
That was 5 years back from now.
Okay.
So that was the starting one. Was one restaurant associated with my cuisine, and then on the journey went on.
Okay. I've seen your page. You specifically talk about Rayalaseema.
Yeah.
So, I mean, before I dive deep into that topic, I want to confess something.
Yeah.
I have never been to Rayalaseema.
Okay.
The only thing I know about Rayalaseema is Natkodi Pulse and Ragi Sangati.
Okay.
Those are the only two things that I came across within the city.
Okay.
So probably I would want to know more about like how did your connection with Rayalaseema start?
I belong to Rayalaseema, but like everybody, I was not at one place stagnantly. I was born in Gujarat. Then my education was here in Hyderabad from schooling till today. I'm here, and my amamma, my father's side, and my in-laws side, they are all from Tirupati.
Okay.
So my native is Tirupati, and we belong to that region. Though we are here, we eat that food, and we have connections with that. So I thought I'll start it from my home itself. So let's start with Rayalaseema, and Rayalaseema is not much known cuisine. When I started 15 years back, it was not that popular as it is now.
Yes.
It is still not popular. What I feel is because the authenticity is still not there. What you said is Ragi Sangati and Natkodi Pulsu. People are still just with the notion that only that is there, or they feel that it is very spicy. The food is very spicy, and it's not handled by everyone.
Yeah.
So to wipe out that myth, I'm here.
I mean, how did you get that thought? We should really make the Rayalaseema cuisine come out. What was the decision, or what was the turning point regarding that thought?
It was not a turning point, I must say. It was a necessity.
Okay.
Because when I had my kid and we were going out eating, I felt that when so many cuisines are there, so much of food is there, my family still likes the food at my home. So this is better and this is healthy, what I feel. And that healthy thing I wanted to promote. It's not Rayalaseema or anything. I wanted to promote regional food. So let's start with the regional food from my region and tell the people that this is the basic route where we are coming from. This is the basic food that our body wants. We might be happy with some other junk food or some other foreign food for a while, but our tummy craves for a rasam rice, a sol pappu annam.
Yes.
That is what the real content of what our Indian bodies are made of. So that is not available outside.
Yeah, I mean, no matter how many pizza burgers you eat, at the end of the day, you want that homely touch.
Yeah, homely touch. That is still not available. What I feel is, what I have done the basic work of 15 years is not sufficient. The core initiative has to be started with the culinary institutes, like the management, the hotel management colleges.
Okay.
They have to introduce this regional cuisine pages. They have to make a chapter of this and educate the chefs there, because when I go to big restaurants, they don't know what actually simple muddapappu or simple avakaya, they don't know that recipe is not known, but they can cook pasta, pizza, or some other what I cannot spell out also, that kind of cuisine they know. It's good that they know, because world is a global village, we are going into that, but still basics has to be learned.
I mean, we shouldn't forget our roots.
You can't survive without your roots. That's what my question is. If my son goes out, he won't find any good food outside, and for that I digged into this. It was my selfish purpose, some patriotism that I can serve the country this way also.
I mean, it's more like we should always stick to our roots. I mean, it's not something we should completely avoid, because that's our identity.
These are better ones, I feel. World has good cuisine, but not the better cuisine. Better cuisine is Indian cuisine. You have all the spices, all the enrichment that your body needs, the seasonal requirements, what you all want. Our forefathers they are very clever, they are very big, passionate food lovers, that they picked up everything from the nature. They have styled out our menu. We don't have to do anything. We just have to keep it possessively with us.
Yes.
We just have to keep it very valuable, and we just have to pass it on to next generations. That's what I'm doing. The simple thing what I'm doing is that I'm not adding anything. They say that you have to do creative cooking, you have to do this, that, but you create a upma. Upma was created long back.
Yes.
You create a upma, you're just adding something to that and you're saying that is upma. You create a Maggi, you create a Maggi. That is creation. This is not creation. After dosa, you create a dosa, you don't add all that sabotage. Whatever you're adding it to that is not your creation. The basic thing what you have to do is you create that one.
Yeah,
You create something like that. That is creation.
I mean, without the traditionals, you don't have creations.
You can't survive everywhere. Everything our lifestyles, our living habits, culture, and everything is imbibed within us. We are just leaving it. We are just ignoring it, trying to ignoring it. We are not ignoring it actually, but we are trying to ignore it. Where the world is copying us. Like what I wrote one article about this turmeric latte in Australia.
Oh yeah, it's
That
become
is just pasupalu. What we have it every day.
From ages we are having that.
From ages, but it was not identified. Like a housewife is not recognized for the hard work she does. This is the same thing. We don't recognize our own food. We try to jump into something else. We want something else. You are very good you're doing very good knowing the other cuisine. But when will you know your own food? It's very sad that we are not identifying it. Now restaurants have popped up with dosas and everything. But where is the originality? Is the dosa pindi the same what you are using? Is it made of the same dosa pindi?
No, not at all.
I just get shocked to see that the paper like thing stands like that. You put so much of scrap on it, cheese, everything you put, and still it doesn't get wet. It's the same hard thing, like it's like a sheet. It's not dosa. You call it something else. Please don't call it dosa.
I mean, in general, what exactly is Rayalaseema cuisine?
Rayalaseema cuisine is a treasure of millets.
Okay.
Rayalaseema region is a treasure of devotional places. Like Koneti Raidu, Kondal, he is in Tirupati. Kanipakam is there. Then we have Nagishilu, like wooden Nagishilu we have from Madavaram.
Okay.
That's the village, people don't know about it. Then we have Kalahasti, we have Kalankari. Regions of Anantapur has Tolubomalu. The Lepakshi ones, what you get, the chandeliers, the light lamps and everything, that is from Anantapur. So everything is not notable, not recognized. Wherever I go, I carry them also with me. I try to promote them. Palaguttapalli is one good thing in Chittoor district.
Okay.
They make bags. They are worldwide recognized, but we don't know where Palaguttapalli is or where the bags come from. And we have Karnool's GI tagged Kova.
Yes.
A small village near Chennur. So that has GI tagged Kova. So this is not known. It is good. I want to promote healthy things, not to promote my region, but when we are going on a healthy way, when we are doing diet cautious things and when we are trying to eat the organic packets of healthy things, why don't you look into yourself? Why don't you look into your lands? There are so many things you can dig up and have a healthy life. These are all healthy things. What you eat at home is healthy, and what you wear at home is healthy. Every region has its own good things. We are not recognizing it.
And slowly they'll start getting recognized, because of social media and all.
Yeah. Now the new bug is the authenticity, originality, and traditional thing. No? But actually, it is just wiping out the core crush of it. But the roots are still the same.
Right.
Actual things are not happening.
I just wanted to know, like, if someone how can we tell this is Rayalaseema cuisine? Like, what are the key things that make Rayalaseema cuisine?
Food is evolving. Every day it is evolving. You can't say, like I told you about dosa. Dosa is every day making new avatars.
Yes.
So when it is in commercial food industry, you can't take the core thing of Rayalaseema and put it. I don't think it will take very easy steps to get into the commercial kitchens. But trials are there. Till now, what I felt is the names I took it out with the recipes and everything are running around in the restaurants. So that day will also come when you will find a completely authentic thing, or completely you will recognize actual Rayalaseema food. What I did, one pop-up was actual Rayalaseema.
And can you share some names of the dishes?
Yeah, you can. Ugani bhaji is very popular.
Ugani bhaji.
Ugani bhaji.
Okay.
It is from Kurnool district.
What is that? What dish
That
is
is
that?
puffed rice, upma kind of thing. That is a breakfast item, and it's served along with mirchi bhaji.
Okay. The kind of upma served with bhaji.
Actually, it is poha kind of. Poha kind of thing. So it is drizzled with the podi, papulu podi. So that is again called susila in Karnataka. Susila.
So interesting names.
Yeah, Ugani is called Vagani in Karnataka also.
Okay, Vagani. Okay.
And this is served with bhajis with another name also. So this is the morning breakfast in Kurnool. Whereas in Anantapur or in other regions in Chittoor and everywhere, they eat idli, dosa and everything.
Okay.
Dosa, not dosa. Dosa.
Dosa.
Daki. No. Okay, that is dosa. So there they serve dosa. In Chittoor district, the morning breakfast is also non-vegetarian. So we have idli, karla pulsu, we have talkai kura, boti, everything we have with it. Yeah. And then ragi mudda is common, but ragi mudda in Anantapur and in Karnataka, they make it only with the flour, rice flour. But in Chittoor district, they add this rice noka, like rice, boiled rice is added to it.
So there are variations of ragi mudda.
Ragi mudda. No, two variations.
Okay.
Like in this districts, they eat this one.
Which district?
In Kadapa and Anantapur, they have this only Ottipindi ragi sangati. And in Chittoor, they have this rice mixed ragi sangati. Either it is
rice
noka.
Mixed means broken rice.
Either broken rice or cooked rice. Okay. So rice is cooked in an open bowl, and when it's boiling and it is cooked almost, it is done mushy thing. It becomes mushy. Then you add the flour over it, and there's a stick for that for ragi mudda. So they mix it. It's a vigorous job to mix it with that, and we do it with hand. The muddas. Yeah.
Yeah.
We have a wooden spatula for that.
Right.
So that on that we add it, and then we do it with hand. So that two are very popular till now.
Okay.
I thought let's bring the other things also. Jivaku oka ruchi antar. Everybody jivaku oka ruchi ante every tongue has its own taste. You can't make everybody taste the same thing.
Right.
Nak nachochu meek nachakpochu. Everybody doesn't like the same thing. No? So ala you should know this. It doesn't matter you like it or don't, but you know it.
You said so many names from different regions are said. Like from how did you learn all that?
I think mostly it is because I belong to that region, and that is the common things we have at home also.
Okay.
Other than that, when I'm into this media, social media, and when I'm into promotions and everything, I try to study, keep a track on everything. I may go wrong. I might spell out something which is not there also. So I be cautious and try to pick up mainly books. I read a lot of books. So
I mean, there are traditional books available where we can learn.
Pathetically, no. Rayalaseema, I think I'll be launching the first book.
Oh, I'm really looking forward for it.
And so I'll be launching from Rayalaseema. It is the first one.
I mean, just a general question. In Telugu states means Andhra, Telangana, Rayalaseema.
Yeah.
But how do we differentiate the cuisines?
Like in Andhra, the Vizag has different cuisines. Srikakulam and Vizag, they have little bit similar ones.
Okay.
Then Guntur is different. Godavari districts are completely different. Then it is Rayalaseema. So when you talk about Andhra, we talk about Dappalam, we talk about Sivangi Pulsu, we talk about Avakaya, we talk about Bumidelu Pulsu.
How do we differentiate the flavor profiles?
Mainly the ingredients.
Okay.
Ingredients and regional availabilities. The produce there and produce here as different. And the way they sustained it. Like in Godavari districts, they have rains, they have floods. So accordingly, they design their menu with that way.
Okay.
And we in Rayalaseema have an arid region, very dry region. That is Anantapur is very dry. So we have a different cuisine to preserve the food, to use it adaptively. We do a different kind of cuisine. It is basically the produce and the regional climate that initiates the menus.
So like what's mainly eaten in Rayalaseema?
In Rayalaseema,
Locally.
you deny it or you accept it. It was under Madras presidency. We all were under Madras presidency. And then we again divided and we became Telangana and Andhra Pradesh.
Right.
We still have relations everywhere. We eat the similar food. So that way, earlier it was 4 districts. Before the earlier government came, it was 4 districts. That was Kurnool, Kadapa and Anantapur and Chittoor. So Kurnool influence was from Telangana.
Okay.
Both have similar kind of things. They have Pachipulsu, they have Sarvapindi, they have Jonna Rotte. So Jonnalu, that are the main crop there. So every day it is Jonna Rotte there. And here in Chittoor, we are much influenced with Tamil Nadu. Not all the Chittoor, but the border regions.
Okay.
We have idli dosa, we have most of leafy vegetables. We have tigura, pulagora.
Tigora?
Pulagora.
What is that?
Tigura is tomato based.
Okay.
And pulagora is just tamarind based.
Okay.
Gravies. So a thali of that region has a tigura, a pulagora. Then we have pulagam, pachipulsu.
So this is Rayalaseema?
Rayalaseema, yeah.
Okay.
We have nalchina karam. We have
Nalchina karam.
yerra karam we have.
Okay.
Then we have this pickles are also different here. We don't make avakaya.
Okay. So what's generally made?
We have magaya. We have instant pickles more like turum pachadi we have. We have magaya that is dried and stored like that.
Hey, what is magaya?
Magaya is a mango.
Mango, okay.
Mango, it is cut into pieces. Turmeric salt is added and it is dried.
Okay.
And then we preserve it. Whenever we want it, we'll take a little bit and temper it. So that goes very with ambali.
So that's like a quick tempering, like you don't store it in pots.
We store it in pots. The dried ones, we store it in pots.
Okay.
And then small batches of it, we use it for a month or 2, we temper it and we use it. That goes well with curd rice, with ambali, mostly ambali because summer is completely ambali breakfast.
Ambali
is ragi porridge.
Ragi porridge.
Ragi porridge.
Okay.
Even Japan
and so many new terms. Are they like we don't learn all these
కొత్తవి ఫారెన్ లో నుంచి నేర్చుకుంటున్నప్పుడు మనం నేర్చుకోవడానికి ఏంటి ఇబ్బంది నాకు
అదే
అవి నోరు తిరగకపోయినా చెప్పి చేస్తున్నాం మరి ఇవి ఎందుకు మాట్లాడట్లేదు
బట్ వేర్ డు వి లెర్న్
చెప్పాలి చెప్తానే కదా ఐ మెట్ ఎ పర్సన్ ఇన్ అన్ రెస్టారెంట్ నా టీమ్ లో ఉన్నాడు సో హీ ఇస్ ఫ్రమ్ జార్ఖండ్ ఉత్తరాఖండ్ సో he has come all the way from there to Hyderabad and he's working here. I said, he was asking me that, what cuisine is this, madam? I haven't seen anything of this kind in the restaurant or wherever I worked. This kind of recipe was not there. Then I said, it is regional cuisine. It is from Rayalaseema. I asked him where you are from. Then he said he's from Uttarakhand. And I said, what's your cuisine? What you cook at home or what you eat? I don't remember, madam, he said. I felt so bad, really. I felt hurted that if that person would have known that cuisine very well, what he eats at home, he would have been doing some pop-ups, regional pop-ups.
Exactly.
Now. He would have been earning more. Adi akkada kaadu, everybody is lacking that. Our knowledge లేకపోతే ఇంట్లో ఏం చేస్తున్నారు ఏం మనం ఏం తింటున్నాం అనేది they don't have knowledge at all. You learn the basic things, you'll conquer the world. I told him, you go and learn your cuisine because there are many pop-ups in north in big restaurants. You learn that you'll shine like anything than working here.
Definitely, trying to understand and know about local and our own cuisine is coming up, but finding the right source and getting to know if it's the authentic thing that we are learning is big question mark.
Yeah. You have to approach the authentic people.
Where do we find them? Your Rayalaseema, and what about the other cuisines?
There is a lack. I agree with
Uh,
that because people are trying to morph it up. It's completely morphing. Not no authenticity is left anymore. Because once the bug started giving money,
hmm.
they want to conquer it on their own way. They're grabbing the best of things from that word that buzz itself. Regional, traditional,
But nothing is authentic.
Nothing is authentic. At the end of the day, in any restaurant, you find the Chinese, Indo-Chinese thing. Everything is Indo-Chinese. Very less restaurants do good things, and very less people try to promote good things. Everything, when it starts minting with money, you lose the reality.
So, what are the iconic dishes of Rayalaseema other than Ragi Sangati and Natkodi Pulsu?
Ugani bhaji is one iconic thing. Then we have pulagam.
Pulagam. Okay.
Pulagam. Then I should highlight because I'll be making this iconic because earlier they were not there.
Yeah.
It is called Uttimirapkaila Pappu in Anantapur or in Kurnool side, and we call it Ench Palm Pappu.
Enchimam Pappu.
Ench Palm Pappu.
Can you come again?
Vench Palm Pappu.
Veinchi Palm Pappu.
Palm Pappu. It's
Okay.
venture,
Okay.
roasting, then palming, palmadam,
Palmadam ante like
pappu
mortar and
guttito.
pestle.
Pappu guttito.
Okay.
Pappu gutti we call it. The stick and the knob down it has. No? We do the palming, and then it is pappu. Vench palm pappu. Venchi
Okay.
palmina pappu.
So basically, what all actions we are doing, it's the name.
It's the name, and that is the logic I have given to the food industry. It's one sided, the pop up, and it's going well. I'm happy with that. I'm happy at least the names are circulated.
And is there any seafood influence over there?
Very much.
I mean, it's an arid region, right? Then
That's how we eat karwadu.
what's karvadu?
Karwadu is dry fish.
Okay.
Karwadu is dry fish. And we eat this uppasalu. Uppasalu is dry meat.
Dry meat.
Dry meat.
I mean, what kind of meat?
Mainly it is yatamamsam. Yatamamsam is goat. Why I am saying yatamamsam is it was not available every day. We don't eat chicken and mutton. Like in earlier days, it was not available. It was very like we eat on some day when it is a feast or some relative comes down on that day. And especially mutton is only available when the whole village feels or thinks that it has to it has to feast on this thing. They get a sheep or a goat.
So that's for the whole village.
No, they share it.
Okay.
They share it like I'm giving so much of money. I want this much. I want this much. That was sometimes. So because it is a big animal, we call it yata. So yata mamsam it was. Then when we take it in a bulk, we have to store it. We apply with salt and turmeric to it. Make pieces, sieve it with the thread, and dry it.
Oh, okay.
So after drying it, we crush it and use it either gravy or just roast it like Indu chapalu. We make the same way we roast it and have it with pappu or anything.
Really?
Yeah, it's very tasty.
So basically, the whole meat is totally dried off,
Yeah, totally dry.
and we just make a powder of it and
Not powder. We
Just
crush
crush it,
crush
okay.
it, and we make a gravy of it. The pieces are the same. It becomes more succulent when the gravy, when it is softened or like when it goes along with the gravy, it becomes slightly soft, and it's very tasty.
But where do we find? I mean, if we want to try here in Hyderabad, where can we get that dried meat?
None of the dishes, whatever I'm telling, sadly, it's not available everywhere.
No, when you're saying all that, I'm just wondering where can I try that?
I'll invite you someday.
Please, please, please.
Yeah.
I really want to try because అయిపోయింది చాలు పిజ్జా బర్గర్లు సరిపోయింది like we really want to dig deep into our culture.
I'm happy that the hotels are doing good, authentic. At least the names and everything are popping up, and they are surrounded in the markets. It's nice to see that change, but still
Long way to go.
Lot is just a pop up every now and then. If the hotels start doing it, every region's home chefs are there, good cuisines are there. Bring them up, do the pop ups, let the people know. Even they will feel happy. Hyderabad is a multilingual cultural thing. People are here. They will also feel happy eating their meal a day.
Yeah. So I mean, you have been doing a lot of pop-ups.
Yeah.
So if someone wants to get into doing pop-ups, then what's the How do he or she plan if they want to do a pop-up?
They can make a material of what they are doing, they wanted to do. First thing is self-respect. Charge and deserve what you wanted from the work you are doing it. Without respecting yourself, nobody will respect you. So you plan a material before doing the pop-up. You see what you are doing it. Approach somebody, some studios. Many studios are there in Hyderabad. You can go for a pop-up in studios.
Okay. I mean, any examples?
We have Culinary Launch.
Okay.
That provides platform for this kind of works. Then you do the marketing thing where people will come and approach you. There is a lot many handles of Instagram. We have Facebooks, everything you can. There are many platforms where you can work and you can get your work done. Pop-ups are not big thing, but what you are doing is important.
I mean, slowly that pop-up culture is coming in the city.
Yeah.
So if you go like few years back, like what is a pop-up will be on everyone's face.
Yeah.
But now so many pop-ups are coming.
Big chefs are doing it.
Yes.
Big chefs
they're
are
coming
into
to the
pop-up.
city and
Yeah,
they're
they are
doing
doing it. Recently, there was an Australian chef who was here.
it.
So it's working out. So pop-ups are happening thing now.
I mean, we are getting international chefs and all, but we should find a way to do the same for local or regional cuisines as well.
Yeah, chance is very important.
Yes.
So chance from both the sides of the industry has to come forward to promote the authentic regional cuisine. Nothing comes free in this world. I believe it. You either deserve it or you earn it.
I am at a stage where I really want to dive deep into our local cuisine, but I'm still trying to figure out what's the best way to do that.
I have made a collection of places where you can find authentic food in Rayalaseema belt. But sadly, so many earlier setups which were there when I was a child are not existing.
Right.
Not existing ante inka the actual flavors leaving. Even there you find Godavari cut mirchis, you find pesarattu and everything. But these basic things what we eat at home is not that popular in the streets now.
I mean, why do you think that's changing like that?
There's no one to endorse or there's no one to promote. Then I'm the only torch bearer from Rayalaseema region. I have been screaming, shouting for many years that I exist and my cuisine exists. It's taking time, but I think when we have so many influencers, like we have Tirupati Ollu on one page, they are doing very good work.
Okay.
But I insist that you go to the root regions. Like you said, you don't know what the flavor of that region is. Those kind of pages can do the work, highlighting these places where you find the authentic food in Tirupati or surrounding regions, and they can promote it so that people who don't know the Rayalaseema cuisine will know it.
You've been on BBC.
Yeah.
So just tell me about that experience, like about the whole BBC thing.
It was just an approach for the same thing. Rayalaseemalo celebrations ela jarugutayi Sankrantiki. How they celebrate it, what is the cuisine that is available in Rayalaseema during Sankranti.
What's the cuisine during Sankranti?
You will be surprised because we have non-vegetarian. So like 3 days, 4 days it is. Hinduism antene gratitude anedi what we feel. We are gratitude, we are grateful to nature. So the same theme kuda Rayalaseemalo Sankrantini chestuntaru annamata. So on Bogi day we worship fire. పొద్దున భోగి మంటలు వేసుకుంటాం, అది ఫైర్ కి వర్షిప్ చేస్తాం. దెన్ వీ హ్యావ్ నాన్ వెజిటేరియన్ ఆన్ దట్ డే కంప్లీట్లీ. మార్నింగ్ కాళ్ళ పులుసు ఇడ్లీతో స్టార్ట్ అయ్యి దెన్ వీ హ్యావ్ దిస్ రక్తం ఆల్సో.
పొద్దున్నే కాలరసమా?
పొద్దున్నే ఫస్ట్ బ్లడ్ ఫ్రై ఉంటుంది.
బ్లడ్ ఫ్రై.
యా.
Okay.
And then we have కాళ్ళ పులుసు and idli.
I mean, any story behind that? Like, how did it start? Like, what's the reason పొద్దున్నే people started having
అవైలబిలిటీ అయి ఉండొచ్చు, ఎందుకంటే స్టోరీ టెల్లర్స్ ఎక్కువ అయిపోయారు. ఏది చెప్తున్నారు నిజం, ఏది అబద్ధం చెప్తున్నారో తెలియట్లేదు. చెప్పాలని చెప్తున్న వాళ్ళు 90% మంది ఉన్నారు. దీనికి ఒక స్టోరీ చెప్పాలని క్రియేట్ చేసి చెప్పేవాళ్ళు చాలా ఎక్కువ అయిపోయారు. ప్రతిదానికి స్టోరీ ఉండకపోవచ్చు. ఏన్షియంట్ ఎట్లా అయితే వాళ్ళు తింటున్నారో అలవాట్లు కూడా ఉంటాయి. సో ఆ అలవాట్ల ప్రకారంగా అలా అయ్యి ఉండొచ్చు. లేదా ఆ అట్మాస్ఫియర్ అప్పుడు చాలా చల్లగా ఉంటుంది కదా, ఇట్లాంటివి తినాలని అనుకుని తిని ఉండొచ్చు. ప్రొక్యూర్మెంట్ ఆ టైంలో అది దొరికి ఉండొచ్చు. సో దేర్ మే బి మెనీ రీజన్స్. యాక్చువల్ స్టోరీస్ అయితే నేను
there is no particular story,
story
just like ఇట్లా flow తోని ఏది దొరికితే
అని
అట్లా.
నేను అనుకుంటున్నాను. If somebody is ready to tell some story, even I am ready to hear it.
Same here. When we do ragi sankati or natkodi pulsu, is there any tip to make it very good at home?
మనం అన్నం ఉడకబెడతాం. when cooking the rice, you have to make a point that it is mushy.
Okay.
And water retains from there. Water still has to be there
In the pot.
in the pot.
Okay.
And when you layer the ragi pindi over it, let it close the lid and let it cook for some time. You will sense the smell of it. It is cooked or not. When you just mix it, adding and mixing it, it will be still raw. Do it this way, it will be very nice. Properly cooked ragi pindi taste is different, and half cooked ragi pindi taste is different.
And any tip for making good natkodi pulsu?
Everybody has their own recipes.
Okay.
Cooking your ingredients properly, frying it properly, timely adding it. అంటే ఇప్పుడు ఉల్లిపాయ వేగాలంటే వేగాలి. That has to take its time.
Right.
Don't keep adding everything and mixing it. దేనికి దాని టైం ఇస్తే, when you are adding the ingredients, when you give the time properly to it, you will see the change.
And like when we select natkodi, any specific breed or any specific age we need to check, or just randomly you can just go and buy? Anything is fine.
Whatever is edible you can take it. Natukodi is one thing which people know, which goes well with the ragi sangati, but there are so many pulaguras for vegetarians.
Okay.
Like mirapkai pulagura, we do it. We do it with the dry red chilies, tamarind and some spices, and we just cook it and we mash it. That is very good combination with this. And we do akura pulagura. Akura pulagura are very good.
Puligora means pulihora.
Pulagura. Pulla is sour.
Okay.
Kura is curry.
So basically it's
pullati
curry.
Pullati spicy curry.
Okay.
Because this is subtle in taste, ragi, and the spicy combination, gravy, whatever goes well with it. Pullagura. Then we have urbindi. Urbindi is chutney. Roti pachadlu antar kada. The same way we call it urbindi.
Okay.
We have minapappu urbindi, chinigbail urbindi.
Okay.
Chinigbail is Anantapur and Kurnool side they call groundnuts as chinigbail. We call it chinikai pappulu.
Okay.
So chutney of that.
Chutney of pappu.
Chutney of urad dal pappu
Okay.
is uddipappu urbindi. Chutney of groundnuts is chinigbail urbindi or chinikai pappu urbindi. Then mirapkai urbindi, pachmirapkai karam.
Okay.
Many combinations, endless.
So many. What are some lesser known ingredients in Rayalaseema cuisine?
Rayalaseema cuisine is made with very minimal ingredients. So lesser known cuisine is one is odimi.
Okay.
That is the only one thing that is odimi is the one thing, because all ingredients are available everywhere. Odimi is not available everywhere, and the cooking method itself is very minimal kind of thing. If you have to cook a bottle gourd, we just cut it, chop it, steam it, and we add some groundnuts and red chili roasted powder to it. That's all. That is the dish.
They do it very, like, it's not like a stew one, but rather stir
Not
fry.
so many ingredients, not a big process, very simple kind of thing. That's the rustic way of doing it.
Okay.
So my cuisine, what Pattu cuisine, is very rustic. And thankfully I have preserved it from my mother-in-law. And I hope that I'll carry forward also.
Yeah, we definitely want to learn more about it.
Yeah.
Couple of years back when you done a Rayalaseema pop-up,
Yeah.
I've seen a video where you are mentioning you didn't use onion and garlic for the curries.
Yeah.
That's how the cuisine is
Yeah.
for Rayalaseema?
Yeah, I told you about bottle gourd curry. Right?
Yeah.
There's no onion in that. There's no other spices also. Only it is groundnut and red chili, dry red chili powder.
That's all.
And you'll find so tasty it is. That's what I'm saying. The ground cooking, whatever we do in regional cuisine, is so flavorful and so simple that you won't find it in big recipes. What you cook like a sourdough, you take so much of time. You take a
Sourdough.
You take so much of time, so much of effort, so much of hard work. This is so simple, so fresh also, because available ingredients are so fresh. And minimal cooking is tasty always. As simple lifestyle is very classy, minimal cooking is also the same way.
How do you think Rayalaseema cuisine has evolved over the years?
Thankfully, it has evolved, at least the names.
Okay.
From the time I started my journey till the day I entered into a restaurant, the cuisine has evolved much. And hopefully, it will go places. I am aiming for the world panel. So let's see if it is reaching there also. Because good things has to be promoted. And one good thing is Rayalaseema cuisine.
Yes.
And Swachh Swadeshi Swad is my slogan.
Swachh Swadeshi Swad.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's my slogan, and I hope it reaches the sound reaches the world also someday.
Okay.
And it has evolved from home to restaurant. Now it is star restaurants. Then it will go places, I think.
It will definitely go to global.
Thankful to all the hoteliers or the people associated with me from media and from food industry. They have accepted it and promoted it very well. They have taken the torch from my side and promoted it to reach more people than what I would alone do it.
Just a question came to my mind. If you want to rank Andhra, Telangana, Rayalaseema cuisine,
Okay,
what would be your ranking on your liking of the food?
you're going to troll me. Definitely, first place will be liking my food. I like my food because you don't know about my food.
Right.
If you will also know my food, you will also like it. నాకు ఆంధ్ర పులుసు తెలుసు, కానీ మా పక్కీల పులుసు మీకు తెలియదు కదా. You don't. ఇది కూడా టేస్ట్ చేయండి, ఇది కూడా చాలా బాగుంటుంది. అదే ప్రపంచానికి చెప్దాం అనుకుంటున్నా. ఆ ర్యాంకింగ్ అనేది 3 హ్యాస్ ఇట్స్ ఓన్ డిఫరెంట్ మెథడ్స్ ఆఫ్ కుకింగ్. టేస్ట్ డిఫరెంట్గా ఉంటుంది, అస్సలు కంపారిజన్ ఉండదు. సో ఐ కాంట్ టెల్ లైక్ దట్, బట్ దిస్ ఇస్ లెసన్ ఓన్ వన్. మా తిన్నెలకు కూడా రండి, మా వసారాలకు కూడా రండి, మా రాగిపిండి సంగటి కూడా తినండి, మా పులగూరలు కూడా టేస్ట్ చేయండి, చేతి మీద వేసుకొని నాలుగుతో ఇలా నాకండి, అంటు మామిడికాయ చేపల పులుసు ఇలా గోరుతో తీసుకొని తినండి, చాలా బాగుంటుంది. బెల్లం మూసుండలు తినండి, పెసరపప్పు పాయసం తినండి. We hope to see more pop-ups, more consultations from my side. Maybe that will be the change, because I can't call everybody to home now. First thing is, I do it professionally.
Right.
People have to understand that. Profession has to be a profession. You can't compromise in your terms when you are getting into a monetary basis work. You have to be very professional, both the sides. When you're taking a consultant, you have to be professional. You have to go according to the terms, and that will justify the work also. That will benefit and justify the work. So that way, when there is more pop-ups to share the recipes, when I get more platforms, you'll see this cuisine.
Can you share any memorable story associated with your whole Rayalaseema journey?
Memorable was Deenadu, my first stepping stone into the culinary field. With Deenadu, I had the best of time there. Then it was the pop-up first I did with a restaurant. That gave me more confidence that I can do something. That was the first time after Facebook and other platforms where people used to approach me. My food was actually like reality. They got to taste it, and I could get the confidence that yes, it is good and the people will accept it. Those two were very memorable.
So, what are your next projects or next plans?
I'm doing pop-ups again with the consultations of a week or 10 days plans with the different restaurants. It's not continuous work that yearly I'll be doing 2, 3 or 4 as it comes.
Okay.
I don't plan anything. If it is coming, it's okay. If it's not coming also, my journey is there.
Yeah, I mean, any personal project that you are doing or planning?
The same thing as I'm saying in so many interviews and so many places on my platforms also. My book.
Just the book or anything else?
I'll let it work out, we'll say. Unnecessarily, actually the book has created so much of havoc that it's coming. And if I
been 6 years, huh?
It's, yes, 5 years.
5 years.
5 years.
Still yet to come.
It's ready, it's written.
So what kind of publisher are you looking for?
I am looking for a publisher who can give me the complete copyrights and authority to.
Oh, okay. So guys, please find someone with all the requirements. Any final words you want to share?
Swachh Swadeshi Swad.
Ah,
That is-
Tagline.
Yeah, tagline. Do the
Great.
genuine work,
hmm.
everything will come behind.
I mean, it was wonderful talking with you. I learned so many new words, so many things about Rayalaseema cuisine. And the only thing is left to go and try them.
You
And
will.
I hope even our viewers will learn a lot about Rayalaseema cuisine, and probably they would be waiting to.
We'll fulfill our task
Yes.
that way.
I mean, we should definitely plan a pop-up, displaying all the.
Yeah.
We can't do
That's
all.
the only way we can reach.
Hmm.
That's the only way we can educate about this cuisine. Reaching is more important
Right.
because till hotel it has come.
Hmm.
It's going places, but continuous work is also very important. Once you give the gap in between your works,
Hmm.
you are wiped out. Your work is also wiped out. People hardly remember it, and thankfully till now it's not that it has wiped out. It's always positive in the future. Let's see how long it goes.
It will go still. Rayalaseema cuisine is there.
Yeah,
Thank you so much for
my
joining.
pleasure.
It was so insightful and learning so many things, and it was wonderful having you.
Thank you so much for the invite, and it was nice that I spoke so much about the cuisine. I feel happy when I speak about my cuisine.
Yes, I mean, I get excited when someone speaks about their cuisine, and I get to learn so many things. I just want to keep feeding my brain. That's all.